Hello everyone, MikeMoneyGMR here, and do I have a treat for you today? This is basically a show-off, but I'm referring to it as Let's Play because it's going to be a few parts, because this game is kind of long. But as the title suggests, it is a party game, and I don't know why I'm going to do this because it's probably going to give it away immediately. A party game for the PS2. I mean, now that you're here, I mean, like, those of you who see my normal mystery thumbnails probably don't know what it is right away, but now that you're on this page, you probably know exactly what it is. It's like a PlayStation 2 party game. There wasn't very many of them, so it can only be one game. That's what you're probably thinking, and you're probably right. Let's hop in, shall we? Oh my god. So this game wasn't just released for the PS2 though, so it was also released for the GameCube. Oh, why, thank you so much. I probably don't even have the memory card for this anymore. Yes, I did actually have data for this game at one point. I don't anymore. There it goes. Actually, it could be this memory card behind me. It could be one that I lost at my uncle's house. I have no idea. So, yeah, Astaroth. Yes, welcome to Pac-Man Fever. Now, if you've never ever played this game before, I can tell you some interesting things about it. I have. I can honestly say this is not the first time I've ever played this game, so don't worry. But it's been years since I played it, so I'm probably going to screw up a little bit in some of the funny things. And this is normally not a game you play by yourself. This is normally a game you would play with three other people. But, as I am kind of a loner and I don't have anybody who could play with me at this time, it's all good. We can just play with just the computer players. It works out, I think, in the end. For the most part, there's nothing really to change here, so I'm not going to. But you got your little modes here. You got mini games, which the mini games, I don't even think there is a whole lot you can get at the start here. Like, let's see, let's just name ourselves real quick. Of course, we're gonna do Mike. There should be space. Yep. I usually always play as Astaroth, but let's see. Do I want to do that? Yeah, why not? So then you got like these different options. You got single, pentathlon, I think, or decathlon. I'm not sure. We're just gonna do a single so I can show how this works. So as you can see, these are all mini games. Like these are all like these are basically all the mini games from the actual game. But you can't actually play them all right away. So I'm just going to play this one to just kind of give you an idea how this game works. So as you see, this is called Raise the Flag. Use the left analog stick or the directional buttons or the X and O buttons to make a match. I'm probably going to screw this up. Anyway, here's your tips. If you match a cloud pattern first, your flag will be raised slightly higher than the others. The longer the cloud pattern is, the higher your flag will be raised. There you won. So yeah, kind of just giving you an idea of how these mini games work. But let's get out of here. So that was just one of the mini mini games that there are. I just kind of wanted to come in there and just kind of give you an idea of how this works. But let's get out of here, and we're gonna go do a fever. Now these games would take longer than a lot of the other challenges I've seen. So we're going to just do tropical first because obviously we're going to start the way it is. Now, I can tell you right now, you never want to play a long game with this. We tried it one time, and we got to about, like this is a game that me and my family used to play. We got to about where that boat is before we just was like, this is stupid. We cannot play this long. You see, this game, let's just be honest, it didn't really do the party game justice. Like, they wanted to make a party game that featured the Namco characters, kind of piggybacked off of, like, you know, games like Mario Party and stuff like that. And let's see, I think it came, like, I got some information about the game. It came out in 2002. A lot of people say that this was kind of a strange thing for them to have done, like the people who made this game, because they were like according to the ratings for, like, I'll just tell you two of the ratings right off the top here. You got Metacritic for 2.5 out of 5, and you got IGN for 4.5 out of 10. Now, my rating is actually a little bit better than that, but we'll go over that whenever I've actually gotten further in. But I'm going to do a short game just for now. This is a race. The first player to the finish line wins the game. A mini game happens at the start of every turn. The better you do, the further you move. Now, let's pause here for a second. A mini game happens at the start of every turn. No, that's not what we're used to, right? In most party games, you have a roll, like you have a dice and you roll and then you would move that. And then a mini game's at the end, if there's a mini game at all. Yeah, that's how it works in the other party games that we're about this time. So they wanted to try something different, and they were like, let's make it where you have to do well in a mini game to be able to move. And I will tell you right now that made this game seem longer than it really is in some cases. But let's move on. Tokens can only be spent when landing on stores. Yes, you have a currency system in this game. It's called tokens. As they say, it get used on stores. Kind of the same as coins in Mario Party in a way, except the only main difference is that the store items are used immediately. They're not saved for later. You know, like, you know how, like, you can buy a mushroom in Mario Party and be able to use it your next turn to be able to move double your spaces, or a golden mushroom to move triple your spaces or whatever, I think, right? Like you can roll 3 dice or whatever. That's not how it works in this game. How it works in this game is you will go to the store, you'll have options of what to buy, and like it's options like move forward 2 spaces, move forward 4 spaces, move forward 5 or 6 spaces, you know, stuff like that. But then there's other options like send a player back 6 spaces, send a player back 3 spaces, you know, other things like that. But then there's this. Raffle tickets can only be bought in stores. The winner of the raffle gets a redemption ticket, which can be used to buy mini games. Now, you're probably wondering, the hell? Why would you need to buy mini games? Well, remember, this game did have a story aspect at the beginning. It was like we need to buy all the mini games to get a VIP ticket, right? I'll tell you right now, though, the raffle tickets in this game are rigged. You see, the way it's supposed to work is the more raffle tickets you have, the more of a chance of you winning said raffle. But here's the problem. The raffles are so random that you land on them that you're not always going to get one. And on top of that, if you say, like, let's say you bought 5 of each one of the raffle tickets, which I think there's cherry, banana, and something else. I forget what the other one is. I think those are the 2 I remember right off the top of my head, though. But like if you use those or whatever, oh crap, what ends up happening is that you discover that whenever it goes through the raffle, it'll land on your number and just kind of stay there. That number seems familiar, but I don't know who it is. Wait. Well, whatever. Let's move on, shall we? So yeah, this is the beginning of the game right here. So this is how things work. You see, we started out and we're all on the beginning, so we're all in technically first place because we haven't moved, right? So now we got to play a game. We're going to play Jungle Jog. I think this is a tapping game, isn't it? Run and jump over obstacles. The player with the highest score wins. Press the X button rapidly to run. Press the circle button to jump. Start button will pause the game. Get 1 point each time you press the X button. Get 10 points for each hurdle you successfully jump over. Alright. Oops. Oh man. I need a hurdle to be able to win. And of course there is none. At least I got second place, so that's okay. So as you see, if you get first place, you get 5. If you get second, you get 3, and then 2 and 1. If you get a tie, though, here's something kind of interesting. For some reason, if you get a tie, you will actually say, like, let's say me and whatever his name is got second place, right? It would be 5, I think it's 2 and 1. It's not 3 and 1, I think it's 2 and 1. Which is annoying, but I think that's what it does. So yeah, it's kind of weird. So I'm going to move 3. So I was the one in front, so I get to play a token game. Play a single player game to collect as many tokens as you can. Oh, I hate this one. Bounce as many tokens as you can. Use the left analog stick or the direction buttons to move. Now what you want to do is, well, of course you want to collect the tokens, but you also want to watch out for the, oh damn it, the anvil, because it gets rid of whatever tokens you had, so that's why I didn't get very many. The most I've ever won from that, it was like 25, I want to remember right. You don't really get to win a whole lot. Oh, here's another interesting thing about this game. You know how we move out of the way as they walk by? Well, here's something really strange. If for whatever reason somebody is on the square that you're heading for, you'll just keep moving as if, like, you know, since they're blocking the square, you just get to keep moving. So yeah, it's just an interesting little thing. Tropical tag, I don't remember this one. Avoid getting tagged by the character that is it. Okay. Use the left analog stick or direction buttons to move. No tag backs for 5 seconds. Each player gets 1 point for each second that they are not it. Each player gets 5 points if another player gets snapped by the crab. Okay. That's funny that there's a mic on there. Apparently I'm it. Wow. And they're fucking good at this too. Yeah, I'm losing horribly at this. Look at that guy's fucking dance moves. Wow. Alright, so... Oh, I'm screwed with this. The surprise square usually doesn't work out in your favor. Let's see if I do get lucky though. Oh, never mind. Okay. You said just talk shit about it and it'll usually work, I guess. Okay, now we get to watch the computer player play this. Luckily it doesn't take too long. This one's the better one. That's the one I've won the most tokens from, is this one. Like, I've won like 40 from this one before. So, yeah, as long as you're not stupid, you can play that one and get like hella tokens. So that's a good one to play if you ever get lucky and get that one. So here's the store square. Let's see what he ends up doing. They rarely ever buy raffle tickets, so I want to see. Yeah, he did next move times 3. So if he gets like a 1, that means he's only moving 4 spaces, I think. Which is kind of funny. Or maybe just 1, I don't know. Maybe like 3 spaces, I don't really remember for sure. Oh, this is unfortunate for him. I mean, he's doing good, but I think it's better if they're coming from the top. Wow, good job. Like I said, the trampoline one is like one of the more annoying games in my mind, but you can still get pretty good on it. Wow, you got like ahead amazingly. Cart Dash, I think this one's a fun one. Collect as many fruits as you can. The player with the highest score wins. Use the left analog stick or direction buttons to move. Avoid obstacles in the road. Lose 1 point for hitting an obstacle. Alright. Oh man, come on. Also, if you go off screen, I think you also lose points. So don't go off screen either. Not that it's not hard to do that. Yep. Wow, not bad. So he's gonna get to go 6, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So I move 2, I get tokens. Whoop-de flippin' do. 14, alright. What's she gonna get? Wow, okay. Oh no, it was 9. Okay, wow. Even better. Yeah, he's gonna lose the only token he had. No, he's like, he ignored it. Okay, wow. Please don't challenge me. I'm just kidding, they always just challenge the one at top. This is a pretty decent game, if I remember right. Buy as many ghosts as you can. Use the left analog stick or directional buttons to point your character towards a hole. Do not use the directional buttons. The analog stick is the way to go for this, if I remember right. What I used to do is just kind of spin in a circle. That's like the best way to win. But anyway, I get 24 tokens, so that's nice. And no, you don't steal them from them, so I think that's kind of a funny little thing. Good lords, look how close he is to the finish already. Go fish. Oh, I remember being terrible at this one. Catch as many fish as you can, the player with the highest score wins. Press X button to cast your line. After your line is cast, press and hold the X button to reel in your line. Fish that are farther away from the pier are worth more points. You can wait for a fish to move close enough before reeling in your line. That doesn't explain much now, does it? So yeah, as you see, you gotta kind of run your lure into the fish. But it doesn't always work really well in this. There we go. I've always lost this game, so don't worry if you lose it too. Alright, next move times 3 is 31. I'm gonna show this off. Just because. I know that times 3 may sound like the best move, but if I end up losing the next mini-game, it wouldn't help me much, so that's why I'm like, no. Yeah, he's getting really lucky, apparently. Ihachi, is that how you say his name? I was like, if he takes it from me, that'd be kind of funny, but he didn't, so I'm kind of shocked. Okay, let's just skip this. Ah, dart toss. This one's kind of interesting. Because it doesn't work the way you think it does. Press the X button once to aim up and down. Then press the X button again to aim left or right. That's a 0. You need a bullseye on this game. It's like the hardest damn thing to do. I'll just tell you. Ouch. See, I told you, I would like screwed myself a lot. Doesn't really matter. Fruit mash. This game is kind of funny because you are literally smashing a fruit with a hammer, and I've always thought it was just funny because like I could have sworn the first time I played the game that my character used an axe, but he doesn't. He actually swings a mallet. So here's how the scoring works. Get a banana, you get 10 points. Get an apple, 4. Orange, 3. Strawberry, 2. Cherry, 1. You also get bonus points for hitting the same fruit in a row, but chances are you're not going to do that, so I wouldn't even bother. As I immediately do it. Huh. But see, wouldn't that be more successful if you use the axe? Oh man, let's see what surprises we get here. Okay, nothing too interesting. Let's see how he does. One thing I noticed from like watching a video of this, they sometimes do get smarter, but sometimes not so much, as you saw there. He got hit twice. There was one time I watched this guy, he played this game, which shocked me to hell. That's why I wanted to play it myself, because I was like, this is interesting. It's just funny that they, did that in this game. 24 back. Oh, Jungle Jog again. Now, I have heard people say, oh, this game is super luck-based. Most of the games in this are not actually luck-based from what I've heard. A lot of them are balanced from what I've heard, which is kind of interesting, to say the least. Spring Square, let's see how far forward we go. 3 to 8. Ah, store. Sweet. Move forward 3, send player back 3. I wish I had 168. Let's do this. Missing the gold coins is not a good idea. That is one strong monkey, by the way, being able to lift anvils. Anyway, after this turn set, I'm probably going to take a pause break. See, we're actually near the end already, as you can see, which is crazy. Oh well. Oh man, come on. Wow, way to fail immediately, dude. But yeah, like I said, a lot of people rag on this game for some reason, but it's really not that terrible, in my opinion. I mean, I know I was ragging on it a little bit, but it really isn't that bad. But I'll talk more about it in the next episode. Till then, everyone, bye.